Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to look at the top 5 best handsaws in 2023. We made this list based on our own opinion, research, and customer reviews. We've considered their quality, features, and values when narrowing down the best choices possible. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description box below. So here are the top 5 best handsaws. The 5th product on our list is Shark Corp Super FineCut. The Shark Corp Super FineCut is a well-crafted blade that cuts better than anything else we tested. Not only did it offer the effortlessly smooth cuts of a pull saw, but the extra fine kerf, width of material removed after cutting, is the thinnest we've seen. It cut near perfect edges on both crosscuts and rip cuts with virtually no blowout. The extra fine kerf of the blade offers extremely accurate cuts, but the blade bound in a groove during our testing, which kinked the blade. You can purchase extra blades separately, but we prefer that our saws don't need a replacement so quickly. The saw handle was also unimpressive. It's the most tactile part of a handsaw, but the plastic feels light, cheap, and lacks ergonomic molding. Woodworkers who move around to get the right angle on a cut should know that the pistol grip forces your hand more than we would like. You can't stand above your workpiece as easily as you can with the straight handle found on traditional Japanese pull saws. If you're looking for a blade built for delicate, slow, methodical cutting, you'll find it here, though we find it unfortunate that the handle doesn't live up to the blade. Up next, in 4th place, is the Silky Zubat Arborist 330. When it comes to cutting limbs and branches like an arborist, Silky saws have a great reputation. After weeks of testing, our testers are especially fond of the Silky Zubat Arborist 330, not only for its sawing capabilities, but also its portability for trails and backcountry use. Beyond just being an impressive blade, this saw comes with a lightweight sheath for easy transportation. The sheath includes a detachable belt look that you can conveniently unclip and reattach as needed. It also sports an innovative locking mechanism to keep the blade from falling out when scaling trees or swashbuckling shrubs. The scabbard is a nice complement, but the blade of the Zubat deserves the spotlight. It's perfectly balanced, razor-sharp, makes clean cuts with surgical precision, and has an undeniable tenacity to it. The speed and quality of the cuts often competed with those of the Japanese pull saws in our tests. It's a simple setup that doesn't feel like it lacks anything. Just holding it, we feel confident in its capability. Despite the blade angle making it harder to saw milled lumber, the Zubat held up remarkably well, outside of occasionally binding in softwoods. We noticed the cuts are far chewier than what you'd want from a workshop saw, but we attribute this to the difference between live wood and lumber. The primary downside is the high price. It is not the blade you want for your workshop, but if you're an arborist, trail builder, or searching for a prime outdoor saw, the Zubat is our top recommendation. The 3rd product on our list is the Gyokucho 7" Razor Ryoba Saw. The Gyokucho 7" Razor Ryoba Saw is a woodworker's handsaw designed to handle detail work and intricate cuts like dovetails. Perfectly balanced with a 0.5mm blade, the Gyokucho is super maneuverable, making it easier to hit cuts at nearly any angle. It feels like a natural extension of your arm, switching between crosscuts and rip cuts with a quick flick of the wrist. The rubberized handle is a nice touch and ensures a no-slip grip while cutting. Compared to other Japanese handsaws that can be rather large, the Gyokucho's small size takes up minimal room on your workbench where space may already be in rare supply. Like most Japanese pull saws, it is double-edged, with the teeth for cross-cutting across the grain on one edge and teeth for rip cuts along the grain on the other edge. The primary disadvantage of the Gyokucho and all pull saws is that they'll always have a higher stroke count due to the nature of the blade. Pull saws only cut on your pull stroke, so theoretically speaking, it takes about twice as many strokes as a traditional Western saw to make the same cut. What you lose in speed, however, you make up for in accuracy and cut quality. The Gyokucho isn't versatile enough to make it the only saw in your workshop, but this model is a must-have for fine woodworking. The second product on our list is the Craftsman 15-inch. The Craftsman 15-inch is an inexpensive, no-frills handsaw. If you'll only use a saw infrequently and want to save a few bucks, this is the saw for you. On average, it was the fastest saw we tested, shredding through whatever we put in front of it. The cuts aren't the cleanest, but once you get into a speedy groove, you can easily chew through a 2x4. The angle of the handle positions your arm naturally for a good cutting angle. The handle itself forms nicely to your hand. It's not the most ergonomic of the saw in our review, but it's comfortable enough. And at this price point, you don't have to fret if you tend to be rough on your tools. Our first impression is that this saw is lightweight, and not in a positive way. It just doesn't have the same heft as a higher quality saw. In our experience, this can cause the blade to jump around quite a bit, especially on initial strokes, meaning there's a heightened chance you'll miss your mark. This blade is also unforgiving. If bent left or right by more than 2 degrees, the blade will bend, bow, and bind, breaking any rhythm you manage to build. This can be frustrating if you have a lot of sawing to do, but is also easy to overlook for the price. If you need a saw for regular or detailed work, there are much better yet pricier options. However, if you just need a handsaw for occasional use, this Craftsman model fills the need at a friendly price. Before we reveal number 1, be sure to check out the description below for the newest deals on each of these items. And be sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date on the best products on the market. Finally, our top product title name is the Irwin Coarse Cut ProTouch. The Irwin Coarse Cut ProTouch is a compact, well-balanced, all-around saw built for speed. If you're only looking for one handsaw in your toolkit, this is it. The easy start front teeth on this model put a cut above everything else and earned it our favor overall. It's insanely simple to build an initial groove, and once started, you can fluidly transition to full strokes. The combination of wood and ergonomically molded rubber in the handle provides the weight and sturdiness you want, while still being comfortable to hold over several cuts. The tri-ground teeth slice through wood with ease, and the deep gullets in the blade allow sawdust to escape, so it is less likely to bind mid-cut. The one drawback of Irwin ProTouch is the placement of the handle. It extends slightly past the saw teeth, requiring you to stop short of a full push stroke to avoid denting your workpiece. For a saw built for speed, it's easy to get into a nice rhythm and end up bashing the handle into a corner. That said, the ProTouch is versatile enough to handle almost any project you throw its way, and we think its advantages greatly outweigh this minor drawback. Trimming planks, roughing in drywall, or reaching tight cuts that power tools can't are all options with this blade. It's one handsaw that you're really going to like using for almost any project. That's all for our list of the 5 best handsaws on the market. Head over to the description below for links to more detailed info on each of the products. And remember to leave a comment to let us know your opinion. Thanks for watching. If we helped you out in any way, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We'll see you guys in the next video.